When you look at the most successful content creators on the planet, they generally have at least one, sometimes more books that they published. How important really is it? Let's discuss. I'm Joe Polizzi, and this is Content Inc. episode 472. This show is supported by Memberful. You know how much I talk about the importance of diversifying revenue streams as a creator. With Memberful, you can sell subscription memberships to your audience, unlocking a new source of revenue that includes owning your own data and customizing the experience however you want. And it integrates with all the tools you currently use. It's as easy as that. Try Memberful today for free at memberful.com/contentinc. As you're listening to this, I'll be presenting at Author Nation, a conference for authors working to build businesses from their books. When I attended last year, I was simply blown away by the authors I met and chatted with. For perspective, I've written and published 9 books in my life, 8 nonfiction and 1 mystery novel. Of all the people I talked to at Author Nation last year, I had published the fewest books. The average person I chatted with had 30, 40, or even 50 books published. Truly unbelievable. But what many of these authors had in the way of writing and publishing, they missed in the form of revenue and strategy. Let me give you an example. Most authors have 1, maybe 2 revenue sources. Simply put, they make money from their print books, electronic books, and audiobooks. Now, while this is fine and very normal, it's almost impossible to build a sustainable business this way. Let's look at the average individual for a second. Like authors, most people who collect a salary from a business generally have 1 or maybe 2 sources of income, their paycheck and possibly an investment account. Millionaires, on the other hand, have multiple sources of revenue coming in, whether that's through several businesses and multiple products and services within those businesses, real estate transactions, countless investments, and more. It's not that authors who only drive revenues directly through their books can't be millionaires. It's just the odds are stacked against them. Now, when I'm speaking at this event, I'll talk about how you can take the concept of your book and build an entire business around it, generating revenue in 5, 6, or 7 different ways. For example, an author who thinks a little bit differently about what business they're in can drive sales through consulting and coaching, online courses and workshops, print and audiobook sales, affiliate marketing, speaking fees, membership programs, advertising, live and virtual events, subscription fees, merch sales, sponsored content, donations, products, and more. I'm probably forgetting a few, but this is a good starter list. But the truth is, every time you add a revenue line, you increase your odds of financial success. Before we sold Content Marketing Institute in 2016, most people thought our revenue came from our event, Content Marketing World, in the form of attendee fees and sponsorships. At that time, we also generated a significant amount of consulting fees, paid email rental, digital sponsorships, webinar programs, and even book sales. Now, one of the reasons we created Tilt Publishing, a hybrid publisher for nonfiction authors, is because so many creators were forgetting about the 3 legs of the publishing stool, which makes it possible to increase your lines of revenue. Now, what's that, you ask? If you want to build a publishing empire, you need 3 things. First, a go-to place for people to find your content. This could be a newsletter, a podcast, a YouTube show, or perhaps a blog. Basically, answer the question, where is your show at? Number 2, the big idea or concept you talk about at your content destination is sculpted into a book. That book becomes the best business card on the planet for your business. It opens doors that were never visible before. Number 3, that book leads to speaking opportunities. Now, the sad truth is, if you don't publish a book, you'll have a harder time getting an organization to hire you to speak. If you don't speak in front of people, you'll have a harder time sharing your message, and without sharing your message, people can't spread your message, which will lead to more business. Now, once you speak in front of people, they'll want to connect with you. They'll go to your show and subscribe, and you'll start building a customer for life, one where you can sell them multiple things. It really is that easy. It just takes time and patience to make it happen. Now, if you're working on a book, the second leg of the stool, and need a bit of help with design, editing, production, and marketing, I hope you'll consider Tilt Publishing. Check out all our authors at thetilt.com/publishing. This is Joe Pulizzi. Remember, success comes from creating thoughtful content consistently over time. Keep creating, keep connecting, and I'll be taking a few weeks off the Content Inc. podcast, but I'll see you soon. Until then, be well.